bookish friends, welcome back to Amanda's Bookish Adventures. It is day 10 of Bookmas and it is a vlog. So last Bookmas I did a video of 10 priority reads I wanted to read in the next year, the following year in 2022. So I decided to make a vlog of it. It's very early. It's the first Bookmas video I am filming, but I am gonna kind of film some early because I'm shifting jobs and I figured why not. So I have 5 books right here. I did read one for a vlog in either April or March, but I'm gonna put the footage of that in later. But I thought I'd show you the first 5 I have. I need to get the rest from the library or buy, but I haven't got that yet. So I have Flip the Script by Lala Lee, Delilah Green Doesn't Care by Ashley Herring Blake, Certain Dark Things by Sylvia Morano Garcia, All of Us Villains by Amanda Foody and Christina Lynn Herman, and then we have Dreams Lie Beneath, and then the rest that I don't have yet but are getting is Into the Blood Woods, Bad Girls Never Say Die, Rise of the Vicious Princess, The Love Hypothesis, which I read, which you'll have the footage for later, and then I have Gallant, which is coming. I wanted to at least focus on this 5 and then get the rest, but Gallant is on its way. And the first one I decided to read, well, even though I've read one, but the first one I decided to read is Flip the Script. So it says, the first rule of watching K-dramas, never fall in love with the second lead. Hannah knows this. She's been consuming K-dramas her whole life, and now she's finally living out her dream in Seoul, South Korea, playing a lead role in a buzzy new TV show, all while dating her co-star and K-pop heartthrob Brian Yoon. Yet underneath the glittering facade, the truth is much more complicated. Her relationship with Brian is a publicity stunt and comes with a strict contract specifically designed to drum up interest. But when the viewership's numbers fall, the producers add another lead actress to create a love triangle in the show. It's not just any actress. Hannah's new rival is none other than Min Ji Park, her former best friend, classmate, and crush. That's all I'm gonna say. So it is a love triangle. I don't know specifically if it's a love triangle. I did read the author's debut, which it's in a vlog, so I'll link that down below as well. I'm gonna start with this. My goal is to read 100 pages, and I have to go because I'm being called, but I will update you when I get to
So I
page
should
100.
say, because this video has changed, so it is 10 priorities, or well, 10 top 10 books. I don't even know what I think it's 10 priority reads of 2022 vlog part 1. You'll see the second half, which isn't second half on day 11 of Bookmas, but I'm adding this here because the opening, and there have been book swaps later in the video, and it's already a long video, so I'm gonna go.
First updates, I got to 38, and that's all I think I'm gonna get to tonight. So Hannah has a lot of pressure for the drama that she's currently in to do well. Her parents have given up their life in America to come back to South Korea so their daughter can follow her dream, and she's having anxiety. Her interaction with Brian, they've had other interactions because when the book starts, they're filming, like the show is premiering, so I don't know what their first interaction was. It has talked about her best friend, hold on, I don't want to say this wrong. Yeah, it's Minji. I'm hopefully saying that correctly. I'm probably not. It has talked about what there was. At the point, they are no longer in contact when the book starts, but had talked about what the relationship was before she got this role. So I'm very curious to see when Minji comes back, or Minji, I'm gonna have to see how to pronounce that, how her best friend comes back into the picture. I'm very intrigued to see, but it does references her debut book. So her debut book is about the main character, Sky, and she is entering a competition for dancing and singing, and she's in both genres. And it's they talked about Sky a little bit in like the first chapter, but they have talked about the competition because one of the judges who was a judge on the Korean drama knows the director for the network for Fated Destiny, so it has hinted about that. I'm kind of curious if we'll see Sky in this or any of the side characters from that book in this. I would absolutely love. I'm intrigued to go on. I might read a little more tonight, but yeah, I don't think necessarily that you have to read the other book to read this one, but it does mention the competition and Sky. But so far, I don't see any points where it's kind of explained itself, so I don't think necessarily you have to read the other book to read this because they're both standalones. But it is kind of cool to see that they're both linked, and hopefully I see more connections to the other book, but I am still excited and I'm really enjoying reading it. If I don't update you again tonight, I'll probably update you in the morning. I'm going to try to read in the morning before I go to the arcade with my nieces and nephew. And hopefully it will be a good day and I get some reading time and lose asleep. I don't know how I'm going to show you. He's asleep. So yeah, it's time to go to bed. Well, for him, but I at least want to get 20 more pages in. But I think I'll just update you in the morning. So I finally got to page 100 and flipped the script. It's been a couple days. I've been busy with other things, but I will have to say it really picked up. I am enjoying it. I'm liking it, but I think I read 68 pages the last time I updated you, but what I've read from now has picked up. So we know Brian and Hina's relationship is for the show to get popularity. So they go on their first date, and her interactions are very interesting because I don't even know how she first met him. I know how he interacts with her as like this bad boy and stuff on set. Like, he's kind of normal on the date, and then they reveal a couple stuff like, which I did not know about. I think I've heard this before, that K-pop boys are not allowed to date. They have to be committed to their fans, which it would explain a lot of certain stuff, like his interactions. They also explain like certain levels of fans, like they can get very stalkery. They do a lot of harsh stuff to the female if they're in a relationship with a female, which I was like, I know how our society is with certain stuff. I forgot to turn off the fan, that's why the light keeps changing. So that was interesting. And then after the date, her best friend Minjin comes in and her interaction, and they bonded, and then she gets a surprise. So I don't really know, because I feel like Brian is picking up feelings for Hana, and I don't know how she feels about him. There might be something there, but I do know Minjin is, I don't think she realizes she has feelings for Minjin at this point. All what she really knows is that was her closest friend. They stopped talking when she got this role. And then she doesn't know who to really trust in this, because there was a lot of things the director or the network guy did and stuff, and there's things that haven't been revealed. I'm interested in seeing how this is going to play out. My goal is to finish this today and then start one of the next ones, because I have a new schedule. I have a new job. It's a temp, and we'll see if I get hired on or if I like it or not. I'll just go to a different agency or something. I don't know, but it's a very early schedule, so I'm going to bed early, even though I slept in tonight, and then waking up the time I would need to have at least an hour to hear before I leave for work. So that's what I'm going to be trying. So yes, but my goal is to finish this tonight. And I do think now that we're at the interactions in the love triangle where it's going to be both of them, I feel like this book will be faster. So far, I think I felt like this with the other one when I got to 100 pages. I feel like it's a 4-star. We'll see how the rest of the book. I did give her other book a 4-star, her debut, but this is looking to be a 4-star as well. I am enjoying it. I just kind of want to see how it plays out with the rest of the book, and hopefully we don't get any scary scenes with like stalker fans or anything, because that's like what I get really nervous with. Even so, I don't read thrillers because I don't like stalkers. I could read some mysteries, but like if it's really dark, I can't. So hopefully, even if it gets a little dark, I think it'd be good. But that really would scare me. So we'll see how it goes. I'll update you around 200, maybe 200. So I got to 200, and I'm really enjoying this more. There was a mention of characters from her debut, but like it wouldn't really, unless you've read that book, you wouldn't pick up on that. But it's still been really cool to even hear how characters are connected to the characters from that book. So I am excited to see that. I'm excited for this. I'm loving her interactions with Minjin, and I can't wait to see how this plays out. I do like Brian, but it's just, I hate holding my phone like this. So I like Brian. I like him a bit more now at this part, but he still has more maturity, and I think what kind of the downside is, because he didn't get to date, there is an immaturity with that. But I like him. I love Minji, and I adore her, and I am excited. I am going to take a break and eat something, a snack or something, then get back to this. And hopefully, I don't know if I'll show you what I'm reading next. Probably won't start it. I'll probably start it when I get up. But I'm having fun. This is really fun, and I think with my reading, even though I've enjoyed everything I've read recently, I got really reliant on the sprints that everyone's done, and I forgot. I really like ASMR, and that's what I think has made me been able to read so fast, or at least without distractions, is having the ASMR. I like the ones that don't have music. I do like certain music, but right now it's a cozy terrace with summer forest soundscape, lake and fire sounds for relaxation and ambience by the Alley of Ambiance, and I'm really enjoying it. I am going to put this down for a snack, but I can't wait to see, and I love the connections, and I don't know if she has another release. It probably won't be for until next year, but if she keeps going with contemporaries, I'm loving that she's talking about the industry and South Korea in general, but I'm wondering if we're going to have mentions of these characters in the next one, how we had with the characters from her debut. Not enough that it would affect the storyline, just little hints of them. So I am intrigued to see what we'll hear about these characters in the next book. So I will update you once I finish that, and I'll show you what I'm reading next. But until then, I'm definitely going to get that snack and take a break and then get back to it. With an update, I have finished Flip the Script, and I am giving it a 5-star. This book is really amazing. The first book I read by her was absolutely amazing as well. I gave it a 4-star. I love what it talked about in both books. It talked about South Korea. I loved the queer representation. I loved how this ended and the conversations it had. And I'm excited to see. It did also connect to the other book one more time, but it's not like a big thing, and it doesn't really explain the situation. Like, you could go on and it kind of explains how that situation, at least some of it, affects this, but it doesn't spoil anything from the first book. And the first book was her YA debut, so I need to see if she has an adult debuts or if she has any books that's her adult or middle grade, but I might need to see. Yeah, I have to hold it with my right hand. So yes, I absolutely loved it, gave it a 5 stars. I did not expect that. I was liking it more. I did, first 100 pages felt like it was a 4-star. I enjoyed the rest of the pages more. It was just the buildup of that story. It's beautiful, and I can't wait to see where Layla Lee, it's Layla, hold on, here, Layla Lee goes next. I can't wait to see. So the next book I've decided to read on this list is Certain Dark Things by Sylvia Moreno Garcia, and it says, "Welcome to Mexico City, an oasis in a sea of vampires. Domingo, I might be getting that wrong because of my dyslexia. Hold on, I probably should hold it like this. Yeah, that's better. Domingo, a lonely garbage collecting street kid, is just trying to survive its heavily policed streets when a jaded vampire on the run swoops into his life. Alt, the descendant of Aztec blood drinkers, is smart, beautiful, and dangerous. Domingo is mesmerized, and Alt needs to quickly escape the city, far from the rival necro-vampire clan relentlessly pursuing her. Her plan doesn't include Domingo, but Alt finds herself warming up to the scrappy young man and his undeniable charm. As the trail of corpses stretch behind them, local cops and crime bosses start closing in. Vampires, humans, cops, and criminals collide in the dark streets of Mexico City. Do Alt and Domingo stand a chance of making it out alive, or will the city devour them? Now, I don't think it's been a very long time since I've read anything that really had the majority interest in vampires. Like, maybe I think in the last maybe 2-3 years, I haven't read anything with the vampire in it. So I'm definitely intrigued to see where this goes, and it's really short, so I think I could get 50 pages in before I have to lay down tonight, and then I will start. I did have dinner. I'm really happy with that. I'm excited to see this. It's my first Silvia Moreno Garcia. I'm excited to see the take on vampires because it has more to deal with mythology, so I'm excited to see that and where we go. And yeah, I'm really hoping, because it's really short, because I think most of her books, Silvia's books, are short. I'm not sure. There's a big glossary in the back. I think it might only be 280 pages, but I think 30 of those pages might just be glossary, but we'll see. I'll update you once I get to 50 pages, or yeah, I'll do 50, and then if I read to 100, then I will update you again before I lay down. All right, so I guess we might get one more update if I don't start this tonight, which I really am still feeling up to reading. I think I will. If not, I will see you in the morning. So I remember being so hopeful about day 10 of Bookmas, this vlog. So I flip the script, still have all the footage, and I put it on, and then everything else I tried to pick up. All the ones I own I didn't pick up. I tried to read the library books. I did not want to. I did not want to read them. So I am swapping a bit out. So I have read 2 books so far, Flip the Script and The Love Hypothesis. After this clip, I will put The Love Hypothesis in, and then you can see me reading that. I read it for Aurelium Spring not Equinox, but I read it for the Spring Aurelium. So you'll hear me talk about Aurelium a little bit. So I am swapping out books. Since I've read 2, I figured I could swap out. I still want to read certain things for this. Definitely want to read Delilah Green Does Not Care. I want to read this before the end of the year. And because I'm filming this at the end of September, picking this vlog back up, I definitely want to read this. So we are swapping out one of the old ones for Legends and Lattes. I am enjoying it. The ones I've swapped out that I haven't read the back to, I will read the back to later. I want to read this. It's short. I think I can do it. I am excited for it. Still, probably the only YA that's left is Gallant. I definitely want to read this. I'm still so excited for Gallant. Now, the reason why I'm going to put The Love Hypothesis next after this clip is because I want to read the next book. I got this, and this just made me feel like, let's just pick it back up. We don't have to get back to those books. I'm pretty sure I'll probably read them eventually, but for now, just keep it a couple that was on that list and then swapping out to what I want to read for this vlog to be the new top priority. Because after reading The Love Hypothesis, I couldn't wait to get my hands on Ali Hazelwood's book. And since I'm filming this early, I really wish I had the second one to this, but I don't. It comes out in November. And we're in September and Halloween's coming. So I definitely am going to pick this up. Probably one of the things I'm going to pick up the most is going to be this one. I can't wait to get into these. I'm feeling excitement again. I've already filmed, other than the footage that I had for this vlog, I filmed 2 Book of a Stay videos. One was fine without the restrictions. The other one, I'm nervous. I'm nervous about the footage at the beginning of this vlog because I don't have any other footage. I want to keep this footage. Hopefully I didn't do anything that will cause restrictions. So far that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I read 2, so that's 6, 7. I want to read some chunky fantasies. I want to read The Pariah, which is probably the biggest. I'm really looking forward to this as a swap. And then I'm going to do something I never said I was going to do. I was going to read it when the last book came out. I don't think we're ever going to get the last book, but I've been watching The House of Dragon. And I couldn't find, they didn't have the House of Dragon book at the library. I was like, well, I kind of really want to read Game of Thrones. There's so many multiple perspectives in this. My brother has read, I don't know, he's read at least 5 Game of Thrones books. And I couldn't keep up. But because I watched Game of Thrones, I think I can. And I think watching House of Dragon will make it easier for me to read well, I don't think it's like Fire and Blood. That's the prequel to Game of Thrones. So we are swapping out. We will be reading Game of Thrones with this. So yes, we've had some swaps. We've had, I think, only 3 left that was on the original TBR. That is okay because we did read 2 that was, so that's 5 that I have read that was on that list, and then swapping out. I just am not in the mood for YA. I am for Gallant, so excited, but every YA I have tried to pick up, I haven't been in the mood for. So yes, I figured I would give you an update. After The Love Hypothesis, I will read you the footage. I will pick this up and read. But I am ecstatic, and it is so late that I do need to get going to bed. I'm like halfway through The House of Dragon, episode 4. Maybe not halfway. Excuse me, I think I burped. I'm tired, and after filming 2 videos, I think I'm gonna go to bed without finishing this. I have had a major book slump, and I was slumping in July. Then August happened, and I've read only a couple things in August. Nothing for this vlog. I felt no motivation to do anything. I think I had 1 video came out, and I vlogged all of Aurelium, all the prompts for the fall equinox one, and then I think that's been like the only video I had come out because I stopped this vlog to do that. And now I'm picking it up after a long time, and I'm really hoping, because I did read some things, but I didn't read anything in September till just this week. I've read 2 books, and then the majority has been trying to get back to my Goodreads goal. So I have been stressed, I have been tired, so hopefully we can finish this vlog with my thoughts. I'm still hoping not to have a 3-star in anything, but we'll see. I'm tired and exhausted. I will put the footage for The Love Hypothesis up, and then we'll see where we go from there. Hopefully we can finish all of these. My goal is to finish all of these and then make a priority list for 2023. 10 books. I don't know. I already have a TBR list well, I'm just for like my top TBR of books that are already out and some that weren't. But maybe I'll do a top 10 TBR of new releases for next year to read, and then that could be a vlog for Bookmas. We'll see. I don't know, but for not this Bookmas, but for 2024. My thoughts are gone. My brain is dead. I will probably see you in the morning. Hopefully it's like 4 a.m. So afternoon would be the best bet, but I will get the footage for the Love Hypothesis up for this, and then I will start this. So I definitely will see you soon. Class, Artificially Sun or Setting. I have finished the Love Hypothesis. It is about Olive and Adam. So Olive is getting her PhD. She went on a couple dates with this guy, Jeremy, and things didn't end up working out. Him and her best friend had a connection. And so she lied to her friend, said she was going on a date, trying to ease so her friend will start dating him because she really likes him. Well, her friend walks up and she's supposed to be on a date, so she ends up kissing Adam, who is a professor there. And it is a fake dating trope, it's their romance. Adam, she comes to him and tells him, like, people know, and then he's like, well, it could kind of work out for me. I kind of need it too for my job, so people think that I'll stay. So yeah, it's very good. It's their relationship. Adam is so caring for Olive. He's encouraging, he's caring, and Olive helps him get him out of his comfort zone, and it was sweet and caring. And I wish there was a novella that I could get straight in with these characters to see like 10 years in the future what happened. But there is a companion to this, and I do believe Ali Hazelwood has also done other romance novellas, 3 of them I believe, about STEM, and this is a STEM romance, and we need that. So I think I'm going to end the vlog. It's like 5 a.m. on Friday. Bye. So the Love Hypothesis was a 5-star, absolutely amazing. Adam and Olive, I loved it. What I don't think I said was Adam was the most hated professor in that book because he was brutally honest with his students. He wanted them to succeed. He was just brutally honest. He had a personality where it was abrasive, but I loved him because he was absolutely sweet with Olive, and he loved her, absolutely amazing, and it was interesting to see that type of environment. I think all of Ali Hazelwood's books are about STEM. She does have novellas, but they're being bind up. I think they're going to be printed out. This just came out, and as I said, it is one of the swaps, but it says, like an avenging angel, purple-haired Jedi bringing balance to the man-splain universe, I'm not saying her last name, I cannot say that, lives by a simple code. What would Mary Curie do? If NASA offered Marie her dream neuroengineering project, she would accept it without hesitation, duh. But the mother of modern physics never had to co-lead with Levi Ward. Sure, Levi has soul-piercing eyes, and sure, he has caught her in his powerful coated arms like a romance novel hero when she accidentally damseled in distress on her first day in the lab, but Levi made his feelings toward Bee clear in grad school. Arch enemies work best when employed in their own galaxies far, far away. I don't want to read the next paragraph in the back of the book because it sounds spoily, so I am going to get into this. I probably will update around 100 pages. I really want to watch House of the Dragon. I never finished that episode because I've recorded 2 videos, put all the vlog footage I had up for back into this, and then talked. So by the time it was 4 a.m., probably it was close to 5 when I laid down. Didn't do that, and then when I did get up, I had a lot to do, so I haven't done that, so it's 7. So I'm hoping to get 100 pages in this tonight, and then watch House of the Dragon. I'm really probably would want to get more into it, but realistically I want to watch House of the Dragon. So 100 pages tonight. I am excited to get back into Ali Hazelwood's writing. I'm excited because I just checked. She has 2 books coming out in 2023,
but one of them probably will get pushed off. I don't know, but just says the year note and the title of the book, so I'm excited for that. So when I get to 100 pages, I will update you. So I'm on 216. Didn't know what page I was on. Didn't even realize. I got so consumed with this book, and I think that happened with The Love Hypothesis, that I got so consumed with Ali Hazelwood's writing that I was just in it, and then I finished it. So B starts off, she has trust issues. She obviously has it explains the situation on her side of it, how Levi became her nemesis. And it was really interesting to see that side, and then the project they're working on, I'm really into it. What is she? I don't want to say the wrong word. She's a neuroengineering, and it's really fascinating. The words and the project, I can visualize it. I can visualize being at NASA. I am so consumed. I'm loving Levi. It's very interesting to see how he interacts from the beginning of the book till how he's interacting with her now. I'm loving it. I'm loving everything, and I love Ali Hazelwood. Yeah, Hazelwood's writing. I'm excited to see where we go, because where I stopped was really intriguing. I'm excited to see how it's gonna end up. And that's 60% of the book, and I'm loving it. I do think I'll finish this tonight, and then I'll just watch House of the Dragon tomorrow. Maybe I might squeeze in the rest of at least finishing the episode I was on last night, because I was about 40 minutes in. It is interesting, because I do feel like I felt like this with The Love Hypothesis, that I was consumed with the book, that I had to finish it. I had to know what happened next. That doesn't happen a lot with certain books anymore. Well, traditionally published. Some of them it does if it's written really, really beautifully. And this is. And then my dyslexic brain, I was counting, and I thought I had 10 books to read. I know I read Flip the Script and The Love Hypothesis, so that's 2. Then I counted all the books I have, and I only have 9, so I need to pick another book for this vlog. Well, I did think, because it's at 30 minutes, that I think I'm just going to break this part 1, and then day 11 will be part 2 of this list, of the 10 list. I am going to read, this is my 3rd one for this vlog, and then I'm going to read 2 more, and then on day 11 of Bookmas, you'll get the 2nd part of the vlog with the other 5 books. I think that will make it more, just so it's not over 2 hours. But I want all of Ali Hazelwood's, I know the novellas are out, but I want to read the bind up, and then I'm thinking of buying just The Love Hypothesis, this, and then the bind up, and then reread them next year, because I've read this so quick that I might just reread them, especially like if I'm in a slump, because of how good they are. I do think it would help me when I slump again, because I do tend to slump. Sometimes I could go with just having 1 a year, but I've kind of had 3 this year so far, but I'm doing good, and I am loving this. So I'll talk to you guys when I finish it. I am kind of intrigued with the more NASA, that this is NASA. The first one, they worked in a college setting, still in the science department as professors and PhD students, I believe. I'm intrigued. I'm really enjoying the STEM and learning, and her side characters and the mentors and everything. I'm intrigued to see what the novellas are like, because obviously I think they're novellas. They're shorter. If I'm going to have such a connection to them as I would have had in a full book, I'm intrigued to see that. So I'll probably update you if I finish this tonight. If I don't, I will finish it tomorrow. So I finished it, and I loved it. It made me laugh, it made me cry, and I was thinking about it, and I love The Love Hypothesis, but I think this one's my favorite so far with Ali Hazelwood's writing. I love this. I love the NASA aspect. I love the project she was working on. I love them together. Like, even thinking about it and like thinking about what just happened, I want to cry. That's why so far I think it's my favorite in this
part 1 vlog. It's part 1. Sorry, it's late, and I actually need to take my dog out. He's staring outside. It's almost 4 a.m. But it will be 4 a.m. in a couple minutes. So I haven't decided what I'm going to read next. I am thinking Gallant or Certain Dark Things. I still haven't chosen the next book that would be the 10th book for part 2. Because I think I'll choose it after I get done with this part 1 of this vlog, and then part 2. I'm thinking I know what I want. So the next book I've chosen is Certain Dark Things, and I did read the back of this book earlier in the vlog, but it's about mythology of vampires, and the reason why I'm not in my room is because my dad's playing his video game. I'm trying not to get copyrighted, but hopefully all the way out in the living room you can't hear it, but I can, so you probably can. So I'm reading Certain Dark Things, and because it's small, I think I can finish it. It's only 5. So I could probably finish this and then start on Gallant tonight. My goal is to get them finished, then watch Hocus Pocus 2 tomorrow, and then start the next second half of this vlog. So I got to 105 of Certain Dark Things, and I am highly enjoying it. It could possibly be a 4-star. I'm not saying it's a 5-star yet, but with what I've read so far, I would say it's at a 4-star. So All is a vampire who came to Mexico City on the run. And as we read, she is like a Tuline vampire. I think I'm saying that wrong. She's on the run with her dog, Kala, or Calliope. It doesn't say on the back of the book, and I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. She meets Domingo, and I know I'm saying that wrong too. It's like Domingo, so Domingo. I'm just gonna call him D. So she meets D, and he is a straight kid. And when he came to Mexico City, he was into a lot of the worst stuff just to feed himself. Then he becomes a trash collector. It's a safer environment. So I have loved that. There are other character perspectives that I have read for so far, and they kind of intrigue why Alt's running, and they talk about the other brands of vampires. There's Necros, Revenants, and what Alt is, and I think they have talked about other vampires. Alt's kind and the Revenants are older, and the Necros are more European vampires, and they're kind of younger in the age, but it's been fascinating. I am fascinated. I'm really enjoying this. The atmosphere, the writing has been really quick when I've been able to get into it. I have loved it. I can't wait to see where we go. I'm kind of not, I like D, but he's kind of young. Hopefully we can see him age up, but I'm really enjoying the story so far. So I'm thinking I will update around 200. I'm trying not to spoil stuff, but each vampire has a trait of things they can do, they can't do. I'm loving the mythology based on the vampires being different. I love the Aztec. What she's descended from is the Aztec blood drinkers, and it's really fascinating. And then they talk about how it kind of started and like what the vampires do now, and then what year humans discovered them, and like how the humans kind of deal with the vampires. So it has been a really good story, and I'm really intrigued to see how the rest of it goes. I will update you around 200, and I will tell you if I still think D is D is annoying. Not, he's just very young and naive, but I think as he interacts more with vampires, he won't be as naive by the end of the book, but I am enjoying it. I have finished A Certain Dark Things, and I don't know what I could say about this. The ending. Okay, so at the beginning of the book, I was saying he was too young, D was too young, too naive about vampires, and towards the end, he started learning, which I figured, but that ending, I didn't expect it to end the way it did. I couldn't guess. So much happened in interactions and talking about vampires and how it all concluded in the end is brilliant. I was gonna give it a 4.5, but that ending kind of boosted it to a a low 5 for me, still a 5-star. But honestly, I started to like him, D, and with the other characters too, it was so more fun. And then as he was learning about vampires, and it was like he was growing up, because he's only 17. He's been on the streets at a young age, and he's only interacted with humans, so he is naive, which annoyed me a little bit, because the way he romanced, or romantic version of vampires, which is what I'm trying to say, kind of bugged me. But he did learn, and it was really good. It is a 5. I just didn't like his chapters, but the other chapters, so I have to say it is a 5. Maybe a low 5, but it's a 5. I still, with the way the ending, I can't stop thinking about that ending. I just finished it, and I can't. Like, I did not expect it. I thought it was going to go another way. But I really like this ending. It makes sense for where the characters ended. It makes sense for it, and honestly, I'm sad it's a standalone. Like, I wish it was a series. Like, I wish there was another book. I think all of Sylvia Moreno Garcia's books are standalones, and I've been nervous to get into her writing. But I am really glad I started with this. This was amazing. And the mythology of the vampires. There are 10 subspecies of vampires, and in the back there's an index, but I think you can read it by yourselves. But this is absolutely amazing, and an absolutely high point for this vlog. I mean, every book I've read, I've really enjoyed and really liked. I don't think we've had anything but lower than a 4-star, but it's been a while, so I think I'm going to check on that for the end of the video and just say the high and then rank the 5 books that I read for this part 10 of this vlog. But it was a masterpiece, and I actually makes me look forward to reading her other work. Now, for the last book in this vlog, I'll be reading Gallant, and I'm excited. I am nervous. Cut myself off. As I was saying, I am nervous, but I'm really excited. The UK cover is stunning, and I don't want to ruin it, but I am gonna read this. I love the pages behind the book. Maybe I'll show you. The artwork is stunning, but I probably should read to you at least the first paragraph. So it says, 16-year-old Olivia Pryor is missing 3 things: a mother, a father, and a voice. Her mother vanished all at once, her father by degrees, and her voice was a thing she never had to start with. Her only companion are the ghouls she sees, and her mother's journal, which captured a mind in turmoil. Near the end of her time at Miralance School for Girls, Olivia receives a letter from an uncle she never met, summoning her to his estate, Gallant. But when she arrives, she discovers that the letter was years late. Her uncle is dead, and the estate is empty, save for her cousin Matthew and the servants. Olivia is permitted to remain, but must follow 2 rules. Don't go out after dusk, and always stay on the right side of the crumbling wall. But Gallant is a house of secrets, a house sitting in a lonely vigil, a place where the ghouls are powerful. And I don't want to read the last paragraph. I'm really excited for this. It's breathtaking, and it sounds so good, and I don't honestly know what I'm going to rate this book. It is a standalone. This edition is about 300. It might be 300 and odd pages. I'm probably going to give myself a 10-minute break and then just start it. It is late in the night, but I am feeling fine. I need a cup of coffee because I have things I have to do in the morning. But I am hoping to at least read this and finish it before I have to go do the stuff I have to and then end this vlog. I'll probably write down a list of where the books go in ranking, but I'm super excited for this book, so I'll probably update you guys in a while. But I still have to say, out of all of these books, I think this one's been my favorite, but I'm not sure Gallant could be. I'll do a ranking of the first
5 and then end this vlog. But I am very happy to have read this book and to get into her other writing. Alright, so I'll update you in a while. So I got to 175 Gallant. I think I started it that night and got to 60. And I jumped. This book is creepy, but I'm highly enjoying it, even though I guessed a thing, but it was kind of made obvious where I was. So I'm at 175 right now. So Olivia has never known really kindness at the school. She is an orphan. It's a school for orphan girls, basically to be taught up to be helpers or wives for rich men or men enough to contribute towards the school. So the letter comes from her uncle, and she goes to Gallant, but he's been dead. And there's her mother's journal, and it always said, you'll be safe as long as you don't go to Gallant. So there is a big mystery going on. She feels unwanted when she first gets there. She's slowly learning a bit, and that section I just read was absolutely amazing. So I'm really loving this because we are reading from her mother's journals. We are seeing artwork, and where I am, it makes so much sense, and I'm loving this. At first I was like, oh, it might be a 4-star as I'm reading. No, I think it's a 5. So I'm at 56%, and I don't know how this is gonna end because what Olivia just discovered is a big shock. But we still, even though the description talks about these rules haven't really been expressed. That house is creepy, and I'm loving this. It's like so amazing, and I knew I was gonna love it. I've been afraid to read Addie LaRue, but I really, really do want to read Addie LaRue. I think I'm just gonna start off next year with it because at this point I forgot how good her writing is. She republished covers. I have the original covers of her one book, but I want to buy the republished covers because they look so good. I want to keep everything I read. I need to continue on with the Darker Shade of Magic trilogy. I only read 2 and 3, but this, so far. I thought the one, what is it? The duology of hers. I hate when I can't, I know, because Savage Song and Our Dark Duet, I thought that was my favorite, even though I've read a couple more from her. This is looking to be my favorite so far, and I haven't read Addie LaRue or some of her older stuff, and I thought Villains was my favorite till I read Savage Song. But this, oh, it's really amazing. So I think I'm gonna update you when I finish it. But I'm highly loving this, and in my mind, Schwab can't go wrong, but I haven't read all her writings, but this is so good, and I didn't expect it to be so good, but it is. So I will update you when I'm finished. Now I don't know the ranking. I know I said how I was gonna rank the books that I've read, the first 5 for their 10 priority, because you're only getting 5, and then you'll get 5 in the other vlog, but I don't know how I'm gonna rate them, because I had a rating in my head, didn't know where this went, but I at least know the top 3. Now I don't know, so we'll see, but I'm enjoying this. So I finished Gallant, and it's 5 stars, and I am still crying. It is beautiful. It's hauntingly beautiful. I cannot stop thinking about it. I love it, and I'm still kind of crying, and I don't really want to talk about it, but I'm kind of really glad that I didn't swap it out, that I still read it, because I know I swapped out a lot because I was not in the mood for YA. But I don't even know if you can consider this YA, but it's really beautiful. I'm trying not to cry. That ending like literally killed me. God. Okay, so let's talk ranking of the first 5 books. So this one Gallant has gone to number 1. Certain Dark Things is number 2. Love on the Brain is number 3. The Love Hypothesis is 4, and Flip the Script. And I think everyone in this video has been 5 stars. I'm hoping for part 2 to be 5 stars too. we won't know because we've had swaps, but I can't stop thinking about that. I really can't stop thinking about that ending. Sorry, it's just so beautiful, and I wish it was longer, or wish there was like a prequel with her mother, or even companions. I just feel like, but I don't know, because then it could ruin it. Because of how beautiful it is, it could just be ruined. So that is it for day 10 of Bookmas. It's, oh god, I can't stop thinking. So you'll see the other half. I haven't filmed it yet, but you'll see back for the 10 I think I'm naming this 10 priorities of 2023 vlog part 1. Part 2 will be up on day 11 of Bookmas. I think out of all of them, I loved every one, but these two were amazing. So was Love on the Brain, but those two have been so far my favorites. I think I'm not going to rank all 10 of them, all 10 of the books together. I'm just going to rank the 5 for each video. So I'm definitely ranking the other 5, but so far I'm really happy with the books I chose for 10 of 2022. I mean, yes, we've had swaps, but some of these have been my favorites of the year. I can't stop thinking about Gallant, and it was absolutely amazing. And so, as I said again before I go on another crying spree, I will see you in day 11. Bye for now.